Welcome to our environmental report on an incredibly important topic, the Mahe Landfill in Seychelles. As namicgreen, we are committed to promoting sustainability and environmental protection, and in this report we aim towards raising awareness of the challenges that islands in the Indian Ocean face when it comes to waste management. The Mahe Landfill is just one example of the many obstacles that Seychelles and other islands must overcome. We visit the site and will share our impressions with you in this report. Join the green team and let's work together towards a better future in our environment.
There are several landfills in Seychelles, and one of the most well-known is the landfill of the island of Mahe. The landfill has been in operation for years and it's now almost completely filled. The residents and the government has criticized the landfill for its inadequate environmental protection measures. The contamination of the groundwater by a landfill can have serious effects on the environment and human health. It's particularly concerning when these pollutants flow into the sea and thus enter the food chain. The pollution of the sea has serious consequences for the environment and the food chain. Toxic substances can accumulate in organisms and eventually be transferred to human consumption. This can lead to health problems and has effect on the entire marine ecosystem. It is therefore of great importance that landfills are operated properly and waste disposal systems are carried out in a suitable and environmentally friendly manner. Comprehensive monitoring of groundwater contamination and effective remediation of contaminated areas are necessary to stop the spread of pollution. In summary, the contamination of groundwater by landfills flowing into the sea and thus entering the food chains represents a serious threat to the environment and human health. It is important that we are aware of how we handle waste and improve our disposal systems to minimize the impact on the environment. The government of the Seychelles has taken various measures to address the problems at the landfill. One option is to close the landfill and relocate the waste to another location. Measures have also been taken to restrict the access to the landfill to prevent accidents and fire hazards. What we saw is a different scenario. Another problem are the frequent fires at the landfill, which can occur due to the accumulation of flammable materials. These fires release toxic fumes that can be dangerous for both residents and the environment. The government has taken various measures to prevent fires at the landfill, including monitoring the site to detect any unusual activity that could lead to a fire. Measures have also been taken to compress and cover waste at the landfill to reduce the risk of fire. Despite these measures, fires still occur at the landfill, highlighting the difficulty in managing landfills. There are also concerns that fires at landfill may be caused by human behavior, such as discarding cigarette butts or burning waste, which increases the challenges. It is worrying to hear and to see that the Seychelles government is still struggling to control and solve the burning waste dumps on Mahe. This not only poses a threat to the environment, but also to the health of the people in the area. It's important that the government takes urgent action to address the issue and ensure sustainable and environmentally friendly waste management practices are implemented. We hope that Seychelles will soon take appropriate measures to improve the situation. The contamination of groundwater and fires at the landfill can have both short-term and long-term health effects. In the short term, the fires at the landfill can release dangerous gases and fumes that can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, throat and lungs. People living or working near landfill can also suffer from asthma, bronchitis and other respiratory illnesses. The smoke can also impair visibility and lead to traffic disruptions. The obvious deficiencies in the management of the landfill can contribute to a worsening of the short-term and the long-term health effects. Our recent investigations have revealed that the landfill site is severely lacking in proper fencing, with only a few areas having any sort of enclosure. This poses a serious threat to public safety, as waste can easily spread beyond the landfill and contaminate nearby areas. Moreover, proximity to a landfill can also have psychological effects. People living or working near landfill can suffer from stress and depression. Disturbing reports have surfaced about the nearby animal shelter in the vicinity of a landfill site. The shelter has been observed too dangerously close to landfill fires, putting the dogs and cats housed there at risk of exposure to toxic fumes as well. Our recent filming near the landfill site has revealed an alarming amount of waste littering the surrounding environment. From plastic bags to discarded electronics, it seems like every corner is overflowing with trash. The sheer magnitude of this issue underscores the need for an urgent action to address waste management and prevent further harm to our planet. Solution approaches. It is known that the government of Seychelles has taken a number of measures to address the issues with the landfill on Mahe. In 2019, the government announced it will close the landfill and store the waste to another location. A study was also commissioned to assess the impact of the landfill on the environment and the health of the residents. In 2020, it was reported that the government approved the construction of a new landfill on Mahe to store the waste until an alternative solution is found. The government also announced that it will provide more resources to improve the monitoring and cleaning at the landfill. However, there are no specific reports on which measures have already been implemented and to what extent they have been successful. Sources for more recent information on the implemented measures can include local media and official websites of the government of the Seychelles. There are also reports claiming that the government has not done enough to address the issues at the landfill. For example, there are reports of insufficient funding for environmental measures, lack of monitoring, and inadequate protective gear of the workers at the landfill. It is important to be critical when assessing the available information and to verify the reliability of various sources. Reliable sources can include official statements and reports from the government, like said agencies, environmental organizations, and independent media.